Oregon lawmakers are back in Salem for the next 3 days to get ready for this year's short session.
Fox 12's Spencer Schott sat in on committee meetings today where lawmakers discussed everything from ICE agents on school campuses to key budget bills.
Now, the main goal of the 2026 short session is to rebalance Oregon's state budget. And that's after state lawmakers say federal cuts created a $900 million gap in funding.
Tuesday, the Working Families Caucus announced they plan on filling part of that gap by breaking away from the corporate tax cuts that were outlined in the Big Beautiful Bill.
We can follow 11 other states and require multinational corporations to include 50% of their offshore profits, not the sweetheart deal of 20%.
If we were to completely disconnect from the federal tax cuts, we would be taxing people at the same rate we were last year. It's not some big, horrible thing that's going to destroy corporations. It is literally what they were taxed last year.
The caucus is still debating the exact details of this proposed bill, but say if they maintain the corporate taxes from last year, they'll recover $700 million that can then be directed to social services like housing and Medicaid.
Tuesday morning, we also got a look at the governor's proposed economic prosperity roadmap.
A spokesperson from the governor's office told the House Committee on Economic Development, Small Business and Trade that major roadblocks to business growth in Oregon was the state's convoluted and disjointed permitting process. Her plan is to introduce a fast-track permit process to prioritize complex projects that will have a large economic impact. Plus, the governor wants to add $40 million to the Industrial Site Readiness Program Fund.
While most of Tuesday's discussions were economic, we did hear about one proposed bill that would require school districts to notify families if ICE or other federal agents were seen on or near campuses.
We've seen immigration actions impact school attendance. While our schools have no control over federal immigration agents in our communities, they can make sure that students, families, and staff have good information and know what is happening in our campus and are not relying on social media rumors.
Representative Finger McDonald says public schools and universities already have established communication channels set up, and this bill would simply require the schools to use those channels when immigration agents are on campus, with the goal of reducing anxiety and increasing attendance.
Now, these committee meetings will continue through Thursday of this week, and the short legislative session is set to start on February 2nd. Reporting in Salem, Spencer Schott, Fox 12 Oregon.